Hey everybody, welcome to Maple Masala. Hello and welcome back to the second episode of Maple Masala. In today's episode, we are diving into the story of an individual who embarked on a transformative journey. Like us, he sacrificed his comfort zone for the better. Joining us today is Raman, also known as Ramen Noodles. Welcome.
Thank you.
So he is a close friend and a fellow immigrant, and he graciously agreed to share his story with us today, so kudos to him for that. Okay, let's get into this. So today's episode is going to be about you and how you decided to come here, what steps you took, what were the challenges that you faced, and yeah, how has life been so far? So yeah, we'll let you speak. We'll let you introduce yourself first.
Okay, thank you for having me. I'm Ramen. People call me Noodles. I came to Canada in 2013 after my high school. I had nothing to do, so my friends were trying to go abroad, study abroad, and I thought, okay, why not, just do the same thing and try. And I gave my English exam, applied for the visa, got the admission in Seneca College, and luckily their visa got rejected and mine got approved. So yeah, it was a funny story. I know. And then I came to Canada in 2013 and started my journey there.
Well, that's good. Good to know. So it's been 11 years now. That's a long time. Woohoo.
Yes. Long time.
Yeah. Okay. So, today we're going to be talking about the reasons and challenges, like I said, the cultural adjustments that you had to make, and some of your favorite moments, of course. Okay, so through today's episode, I want our listeners to take something meaningful away from this. You may be on the same path or something similar. And yeah, I just want you to be inspired and just carry on with your journey. And for those of you who are looking to come here, we want you to not stop, no matter the obstacles. Okay, I have some questions today for
All right.
Ramen. So let's get into that. Okay, so you've already told us how you plan to come here, like how this all started. You said that you had just finished your high school and you didn't know what to do. So, okay, that's good. So yeah, my question is, what would you be doing if you never came to Canada, if you were still back in the home country? Oh, by the way, me and Raman are from the same city, so I didn't even know he existed back then. I was gonna say. Yeah. So, but yeah, the things that Canada does is it unites people from your hometown, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would you be doing if you were not here in Canada, if you were still back home?
Yeah. So first of all, that's a really good question. I have no idea, but if it never came to Canada, I would probably be working alongside with my dad, and okay. he probably would have got me a job somewhere, and I will still be doing a regular job working for somebody, but not that I'm not doing that right now, but I'm still doing a job. But yeah, I would never have the chance to explore and to learn a lot of things that I did here in Canada and got that exposure and, just opportunities back home. There's not a lot. There, exceptions are everywhere, but there's not a lot of opportunities back home, and that's why everybody's trying to come outside, get out of the country and trying to make something of their lives. So probably, yes, I will be doing somewhere, helping my dad or some sort of job in my dad's field, because he works in police, so he can give me a job easily. So probably I would have been doing that
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I think that would have been me too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All brown dads.
All brown dads just pushing us.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I've personally known Raman for the last 3 years, and one thing that I do know about him is that he is the most hardworking person that I've ever seen. So, again, kudos to him.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Diving into the next question. What were your initial days like? What were your initial struggles?
So initially, when I started, the first thing was trying to navigate around the city. Mm-hmm. So I was for 2 weeks, I was in Brampton, and I had to commute every day, take the transit to Toronto, and go, do an 8 a.m. class. So I would wake up at 4 a.m., take the buses 2 hours, 3 hours, get lost so many times. And yeah, and also finding a job too. That time it was so hard. I believe that the minimum wage was $12 an hour.
Oh
and
my gosh.
There was not many cash jobs. Mm-hmm. And looking for a place, I was trying to find a place, and then I did find a place which I was sharing with someone, and we had like 8 guys living in the same basement. One bathroom. It was hard. No car, nothing, no friends at all. So everybody was completely a stranger, and just trying to accommodate your lifestyle, trying to adapt to the lifestyle. Yeah, that was initially, yeah, but things got better after. But yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow, that does sound like a nightmare living with 8 people.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. But yeah, I did live with a couple people when I came here. So
it's hard.
It is
yeah,
for
sure. Your schedule is so hard, and the same bathroom, I hate.
Oh, sharing the bathrooms.
Right?
That's the worst.
Somebody would take my towel, and it's so gross.
Yeah.
And I had to get out of there.
I remember you telling me that you once got fungus in your feet.
Bro, on my ass, not on my feet. I had my yes.
That's new information.
My ass was ashy. So somebody used my towel. I don't know who did, what happened, but I had a fungal infection.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I went to the funny story. I went to the Shoppers Drug Mart. I didn't know you need a family doctor. You need a prescription or something.
Right.
So I went to the Shoppers. And I'm like, okay. Hey man, my ass is getting black. My ass has rashes all over. I need something. And he gave me an ointment or something to put on twice a day, and it went away. But yeah, that was something that I took from that house.
Oh my gosh.
A fungal infection.
I mean that's something that you definitely don't want, but
yeah.
But yeah,
it's funny.
It is funny. Okay. Yeah, living with 8 people. So, to my listeners, I wanna tell you the real thing here. When I came to Canada in 2019 myself, I faced a similar problem. I used to live with around 8 to 10 people, and of course, it was a nightmare, and it's not easy. I wasn't anticipating that.
Did you share a room too?
Well, yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
I definitely did, and that too with like 2 more people. So that was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So another thing that I want to talk about is the wage rate. So I believe when Raman had just arrived, it was about $12 an hour, like he said. And then when I came, it was $14 per hour, which is still good because $12 does nothing good.
14 still ain't shit.
I mean, something's better than nothing. But yeah, no, that's true. 14's like good for, it's enough to keep you fed and like you're just hand to mouth. So yeah, I definitely want to recommend the listeners, if you're looking to come to Canada or any other country, just have your backup with you, some financial backup.
Oh yeah.
Okay. My next topic is going to be about, well, my next question, but it's going to bring up a topic. So, as we all know, international students have to pay 3 times the tuition that a normal domestic student pays. What do you think about that?
I think that's a business.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, these days, it's all about business. It's all about making money, and we're going to the same class.
Mm-hmm.
We're learning the same thing.
Yep.
Just because we're, not a Canadian citizen, or we're different, we're an immigrant. Mm-hmm. We pay a lot of amount, and which is ridiculous. And I don't. It's not fair to us. Also, finding a job after is hard. Like everybody's charging 30 grand, 35, 40 grand even for 2 semesters, 4 semesters, whatever the the course is, depending on the program. We're paying so much extra, and people who come abroad to study, they can't afford it. They sell their houses, they sell their properties, they sell everything they have just to get an education in Canada. Yeah. And getting the same education, what people are getting, not even half the price. Yeah. That's not fair.
It's definitely not fair. That is true. I've heard people get loans and everything just by keeping their house as a mortgage. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
We had I think my dad that time, he took a study loan for me, and it was a lot. And then we had to I think we have to pay GIC.
Oh yeah.
Plus the tuition, plus GIC, which is 10 grand. We have to deposit $10,000 before even coming to Canada. Yeah. And mind you, $1 Canadian is around 60 rupees right now. So that's 60 times
64.
The time. Yeah, 60 times the amount you have to deposit before even landing in Canada.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that is too. When you land here, you still have to get the study permit in order to enter the country, because without that, they won't let you pass through the airport. So you're paying such a huge amount for something that you don't even have a guarantee of, because they can deny you that study permit at that time, and you will have to go back.
Oh yeah, like someone who's paying 30,000 tuition plus 10,000, that's 40 grand. And whose parents, a family making $800 to $1,000 a month back home, and you just got to pay $40,000 up front. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of debt, and it's I don't know how people do that. I don't know how my dad did it. And now me, when I'm making money, it's hard for me to save at least $2,000, $5,000, and talking about 40 grand. That's crazy amount.
Yeah, and that is true. That's definitely true. It's definitely a lot harder to make money, of course. And yeah, I've heard so many stories about people who just do almost anything to be here. And
they literally sell everything.
Yeah, they do.
And we're not rich or anything. Like nobody's rich back home.
Nope, we're just normal middle class families.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Talking about earning money, what was your first job like, and what was it about?
Okay, bro. So first job, actually, I went for 2 days.
Oh.
Just for 2 days, I couldn't do it. So it was a factory job. Yeah, I was put on a line. It was a plastic packaging, I believe, and it was a long time ago. So I went there. It was a 12-hour shift. It was overnight. I didn't know it was overnight. So so one day they'd call me. I thought it was an interview.
Oh.
Right? And I that's what the process is. Like you go, you give an interview, and you get the job. And that one, I went in, and like, okay, you're online. You just start working now. And it was 7 to 7. I did that for 2 days. I couldn't do it anymore. They didn't train me properly. They didn't do anything. They just put me online. They're like, okay, you're packing 6x6, and then on top 6x6, so you're making 6x6, whatever the thing was, and you wrap it, you load it in the truck, you come back, you do the same thing over and over and again. And the first break was after 4 hours. I was so tired. I was so dead. Gosh. It was crazy. And I did made $120. I think I believe $120 or $140. That was my first time making money, income, and all that money I sent it to my mom when I got it after taxes.
Oh, yeah. That is so sweet. You sent it all to your mom. That is the sweetest thing. What was her reaction like?
she started crying. I think it was not FaceTime. It was WhatsApp video chat back in the day, and she started crying when she received it after a week or two because it took so much time. Yeah, and she started crying, and she's like, "You should have kept it, to yourself and spend it on yourself. I don't need this." And I'm like, "Okay, this is my first earning of my life ever, so I want you to have this." By the way, I love my mom.
Oh, so, yeah. That's so sweet. That is awesome. What about your dad? You don't love him? He took
he's making money. No, I love him too. It's just sometimes when you're closer to your mom a lot. My sister, she's closer to my dad a lot more. And so I thought, okay, my mom needs a washing machine, so I might as well just send the money, send the money, and she can have a washing machine, so she doesn't have to wash clothes by her hands.
Oh, that is the most thoughtful gift I've ever heard of. That is great.
She bought it after, and she broke it too.
Okay. Well, that's brown moms for you.
Yep.
But no, brown moms are the sweetest.
How much did you, well, not how much, but what did you do with your first check?
Well, that is a really good question. Let me think. It was Christmas time and I did get some bonus, so I got like $50 extra.
That's awesome.
And I actually bought a new pair of shoes for myself, because even though I brought a brand new fresh pair with me when I came in September 2019, by the time it was December they were worn out because of the snow.
Nobody tells you that. I bought clothes, I bought everything, winter jacket from home, but over here it's completely different winters.
It is.
It's completely different weather, shoes, everything you have to. For the listeners, if you're planning to come to Canada or you just arrived, just forget everything you heard about and you just forget everything. Buy new clothes, buy new shoes. Yep. Because Canadian winters are crazy.
They are cruel. They will beat you up.
Yes.
But we don't want to scare you. I mean, it's still fun. I mean, Windsor's fun because it doesn't get a lot of snow, and it's pretty good here. It's still warmer than other provinces. Okay. I did spend my check on myself because I seriously needed the new shoes, and they had worn out, and because I had to do a lot of walking.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't have, like I said in my previous episode, the transportation system here is quite different. Because in India you have all of your means, like your motorbikes, and you can get a taxi for so much cheaper.
you can ride a tuk-tuk.
Yeah, well, here you really don't have much except for the local bus, and then you have the trains, of course, and the taxi's too expensive, especially when you're fresh here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so don't really have a lot of options other than walking. But it was fun. I would say that. Okay, well, this also reminds me of getting a pair of snowshoes. When did you get yours first?
So when it's funny, So first, when I came to Canada, I was so into sneakers. I bought these DC. I bought those Supras. I want Adidas, everything, Nikes, Jordans. Ooh. And I never really thought I need snowshoes until it happened. So I used to just wear DC sneakers all day, every day. Even in the snow? Even in the snow.
Oh my God.
And it was so wet. It was so gross. It was messed up. And that's when I'm like, okay, Robin, I need snowshoes. You can't just have sneakers all year round.
Nope. The sneakers and the shoes have to be changed like the tires.
Too. Yeah, you need a jacket. And which the first jacket I bought in Canada, I still have it. And I still wear that every winter. And it's been almost 10 years. I have that for 10 years. Yeah.
You're the true definition of
saving money.
That's good. No, that's great. I love wearing old things as long as they're... I still have my my sweater from class 8, I believe. Yeah.
Wow.
It was my favorite sweater. It was the first one that I got from H&M, and I was crazy about H&M at that time.
Right? It was a big thing back in the days.
Yeah.
At H&M, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still a big deal in India, but here it's just not a lot of people go to H&M.
I don't like H&M. They shrink after.
Oh, yeah.
When you wash them, they just, large is a small
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, definitely. And they're expensive.
They're right. It was like $40 for a shirt or t-shirt, and it's not even. It's not even worth it.
Nope. You can just go to Urban Planet or just maybe Ardeen. I don't know. Most girls go to Ardeen. Ardeen is something that I found out after coming here, and I was so grateful because I'd been spending money on my gloves and my toque and everything. And it because those things are expensive. The warmers and everything.
Everything
expensive.
adds up. Yeah.
But you do need one of each. So yeah, I walked into this store, Ardeen, one day, and I was like, oh, this is a lot cheaper. And I was like,
and they have everything. I believe.
Oh yeah,
they have everything in the store.
Definitely. Moving on to the next question. What was the happiest moment from your early days that you still remember and you're happy about it?
The happiest moments would be making friends, honestly. Just, starting classes, going, making new friends, all races, colors, black people, white people, everybody, like even Indians. Just trying, getting out there, getting that exposure, new music taste, watching movies, going downtown, learning new things. I think that was one of the first year. That was, I think, the best and the most memorable one because I was learning a lot of things. I learned how to play pool. I learned how to build my confidence. I was not confident at all. Trying to explore the city. Just, I used to take a lot of photos back in the days. Just try new food. Oh my God, I love food. But yeah, noodles. I tried a lot of stuff. It was so many things that is so precious to me. Those memories. Just taking the bus, transit, going to the clubbing. That I was 18. I believe I was 19. Oh yeah, legal age. 19. I was 19 when I went first time in the club, and I saw him like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's just like movies, but it's different. It's more crazier.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the people, the youth, that the vibe, everything was crazy, and it was nice. It was a big exposure to me, and I was learning a lot those days, and yeah.
That's
what about you? What's the most craziest thing you ever did when you came to Canada, or you found out, oh wow?
Well, in my case, I have to think about that because there's really not much because when I came here, I only went to college for like 4 months, and after that COVID hit in March 2020.
No way.
Yeah, so
everything closed.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really go to a lot of clubs. It was only this one time that I went, and it was a college party, and I didn't even know how to. I mean, the city that we come from, it's literally known for its clubs and stuff, and I've been there a lot of times. But when I came here, it was a little different for me because the city that I came in here was it was a small town, so. Not a lot. It was
totally opposite for both of us.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I never went to clubbing back home.
Oh, yeah.
I was too young and I was not allowed.
Right.
But when I came here, I'm like, okay, might as well, just give it a try. And it was crazy. One word.
That definitely sounds like a fun experience. But, yeah, for me, I didn't really have a lot to
What did
explore.
You guys do back then? What was fun for you guys?
For me, studying. Well, studying and just work and just hanging out with my friends at midnight. We would just go to Tim Hortons and have some tea. And I remember this one time when I was really anxious that night actually. Because of my other 10 housemates. And my friends took me to Tim Hortons and they made me feel better. So, yeah.
Was that the first time you went to Timmy's?
No, that was definitely
how was the I want to know, how was the first time when you came in? Yeah.
I know why you asked that, because for a lot of people, okay, I'm gonna ask this to you first. What was yours like?
So for me, it was totally, because I'm not a coffee person. I love tea. I'm brown. I love chai.
Oh yeah.
But so I went. It was a campus, my college, and I went there. I'm like, okay, can I have tea? And medium. She said, what do you, what size? I'm like, just anything. So medium. I'm like, yeah, fine, medium. And she just gave me black water. I'm like, wait, I thought this was chai. And she's like, no, you have to tell me. I'm like, what? I told you I need tea.
Oh my
And
God.
she said, no, do you want milk? I'm like, yeah. And then she gives it back to me. I'm like, oh, it has no sugar. She's like, you have to tell me, idiot.
Oh my God.
I'm like, okay, fine.
Straight up.
I need milk and sugar and everything. So she put a lid on. So those old days, those old lids, they would not like be in place. If they will not fit on the cup. And I just kept ripping it every time. And she's like, just give it to me. And she put it on. She made it all nice and everything. And she gave it to me. She's like, next time you come here, ask for sugar or just say double. That's when I knew. I'm like, oh, double is 2 creams, 2 sugar. And yeah, it was so funny. And she started laughing too, but she helped me out. But yes, how was yours?
Well, for me, it wasn't really anything significant. It was just I was lucky enough to be with somebody who had it was one of my family friends. So my uncle literally just ordered the ice cap for me, and I think it was a creamy chill. I don't know, ice cap or
Thank God they didn't get you a French vanilla.
Oh, thank God.
Everybody gets a French vanilla.
That's the staple drink when any immigrant comes here.
We love sugar. I don't know why. I used to work at Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Every Indian, I'm not saying, okay, most of the Indians, they would get French vanilla. Large, extra large. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We love sugar. We just love sweet. So yeah, French vanilla is our go-to, but not for me.
No, not for me.
Yeah, but even though I still got the ice cap, which is equally sweet, but just
I like
cold.
ice cap, yeah.
Ice cap is like all season. I can drink it any time of the year. Okay, so now my next question is going to be about Toronto, the GTA area, because I know you were living there initially, and then you moved to Windsor. Or actually, you moved a couple places before moving to Windsor. But yeah, what do you think about Toronto back then and now?
Toronto back then was good, was affordable. I'd say now it is not affordable.
Yep.
It's crazy, a lot of traffic. I mean, back in the day, I'm talking 2013 to 2016, 17, maybe 18, and there was traffic, but not as bad as it is today.
Oh, it's crazy
and
now.
Toronto was a happy place it was home for me, because I was taking TTC and TTC, rocks. I mean, we got issues, but TTC is always 24/7. You can never get lost. So that was one thing. Just buy a pass. I think it was $120 back then, and you just take the bus, go anywhere you want, come back anytime. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Everything was safe. I think safe is a good word. Now it's not so safe anymore.
Right. You're right.
Toronto, it's expensive. The rent, insurance, expenses, groceries. Everything is so expensive these days now. That's why I moved outside, because I wanted to be able to save money and have a future, or buy a house, or have a family. Obviously, buy a house and do things and have a car and all that. Own a business.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day. But yeah, Toronto was. It is still my home. I would say if I ever get a chance, I would still move back. But if I have money, I'll definitely move back. But right now, no, it's expensive.
It is, definitely. It is expensive. Talking about the bus pass, I know the bus service is really good in Toronto as compared to other cities, because obviously Toronto's a bigger city. The bus pass, you said it's $120 for a month?
It was $120, but now they have Presto. So you just put in money and you take you can even go to Brampton. before then you need a different pass for Brampton. You had a different pass for TDC. Now it's all Presto card, and you just put money in it, load balance, and you just go anywhere you want.
That's awesome.
But one thing about TDC is they have Blue Line buses, which run from 12 a.m. to in the morning 6 a.m. So buses are always running, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, east to west. From Scarborough to by Humber College, from downtown to York University, you will have buses running, and even subways sometimes. I think subways. Subways. And good thing about TDC, you see a lot of different people. Oh my God, crazy people out there, and the good ones, bad ones, all sorts of crazy people.
Do you have any stories from TTC?
Just the normal, some homeless guys, some drug addicts, some a lady yelling, some Karens, somebody just rapping in the middle of the bus, somebody just going to work, coming back from work, somebody's having a day, somebody's having a good day, girls getting hit on. So many things going on, and I think that's what makes TDC. It has its own life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's the way to put it. It has its own life. That's true. I've heard a lot of stories about the TTC and the type of people that you see on movies. Is it like the movies? How you see?
I think it's more even crazier, weirder than movies.
Oh my
and
gosh.
These days, I heard a lot about in the news. There's so many stabbings going on, and there's a lot of crimes in the subway and the buses and whatnot. But if you're looking, to explore the city, if you really want to know Toronto, take the streets. Go to, go take a walk, go take the subway, and you'll see the real people.
The real city,
yeah. Real city, real people, real food, real side, and everything, yeah.
Right, that's true, yeah.
How's transit here with you guys? How's transit in Windsor?
In Windsor, it is, it's still good. It's good as compared to the city that I came in. So I came to Chatham initially, and it only has like the one bus service that works till like maybe 6 or 8 p.m.
Wow.
I know that, and I know that they're shut down on Sundays. So you literally...
Sundays are the days you go out.
Exactly. It's the opposite. So this is something that I wanted to talk about with my listeners. In India, we have everything available almost till midnight. I mean, nothing ever really shuts down. And even if they do, they open really early. And even on Sundays. And even on like the public holidays and stuff.
Oh yeah, those are the days when people go out.
Exactly. And it's the opposite here. Here,
people want to sit and do their laundry on Sundays and have fun on the Saturdays, Friday nights, go to clubbing and everything.
Yeah, pretty much everybody wants to do laundry on Sundays. I don't know why.
I love doing my laundry on Sundays. I don't fold it, but yeah.
Yeah, hate folding it. Okay. That's fun stuff. Okay, with this, we're heading to the last question of today's episode, and that is going to be, what would you change if you could change something from your journey? What would it be?
So first, I think that's a really good question. One thing or different? It can be 2 things, 3 things.
It can be, yeah.
It can be
any number of things.
I think the first, most important thing will be, I'll tell my younger self is, try to save money. Just don't spend everything, don't spend it all. Good company, good friends, make good friends, make good decisions. Right. Don't rely on people. Don't make random decisions in your life, because I have made a lot of mistakes and I wish I could go back in time and change it. But it was fun. Sometimes it was fun, and sometimes it got me in trouble. But I would tell myself, just be responsible. Think of your family. Think about yourself first. Don't be a people pleaser, because I was a yes man before. Oh my God, I wanted to be liked by everybody. I wanted to and that taught me a lesson now. But I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, okay, you're doing this, but it's not good for you. Work on yourself. Yeah, I had a lot of flaws. I still have. I'm not perfect, but just work on yourself and just make money. And have good friends, good quality friends. And don't mess up your relationships and learn from them.
Yep, definitely. We'll talk more about that on our upcoming episodes, but that's a really good lesson. And I think some lessons are learned only by experience and with time. I think no matter how much you try, even if it happened with me, even if you know something, like, okay, this is wrong, you shouldn't be doing it. Sometimes you would just do it because you feel that's the right thing to do at that time. But later you realize, okay, nope, I messed up.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's how life is. And it's good that you learned, because some people just don't learn at all.
And everybody's learning every day, right? And
every day something new.
Something new and something different. And you make mistakes. And I think that's what made you who you are today.
Exactly.
And you're evolving, you're improving yourself, and I say keep going at it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the way to go. Okay, so with this, we're heading towards the end of the episode, and I want to end it with the quote of the day. So the quote of the day is, "Jo bijoge, wahi katoge." Do you want to translate it to English?
We'll say, I think it goes like, you reap what you sow.
Yes, exactly. So today's lesson is going to be an inspiration from Raman's journey. And that is, if you work hard today, you are going to get the fruit no matter what.
It will pay off.
Yeah, exactly. Even if it takes time, even if it takes rejections, you're still going to be paid off. And yeah, don't worry about it. It'll come, but just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, keep working hard. And also shout, to the listeners out there, listen to my podcast soon. It's coming out soon. And show some love, spread some love. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll talk more about that once the podcast is ready, and we'll do more promotions about that.
We got a lot of new stories, a lot of new people coming, and can't wait to show you all.
That's exciting to know. Okay, with that, we're coming to the end of our episode. Thank you so much to our listeners, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out, listening to this podcast. I just really want to help my society and just make it a better place. So yeah, just if you like it, please share it with your family members, with somebody. If you think that they need to hear this, just share it, and leave us a good review. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks a lot. Sending love. Signing off.